actually English. My name is slightly misleading. Holland, a very nice country, but I'm not from there. So I came to Almaty in almost exactly 20 years ago. So probably about the time you were born, I suspect. But I've had a great time. It's been a lot of fun, and a big part of my fun has been my business life. Because for me, business is a lot about fun, as well as doing some work and hopefully making some money. So we're a property company, property services. We're consultants and advisors. We help people to understand the market, what's going on here. A person who owns a bit of land, before they start doing anything, they should really figure out what's going on in and around that piece of land, and understand the market, understand their location, understand the economic situation, the political situation, the city master plan, what the city architect wants to do, what the Hakim is thinking about, how it relates to transport, utilities, communications, all sorts of things. So on a piece of land, somewhere in Almaty, like this, what should I build? I'm the developer. What do I need to build? Should it be residential, or all residential, or maybe a hotel there, a business centre there, some residential there? What should it be? Well, that's one of the studies we do. It's called highest and best use study. So we have lots of information on what's going on in the city, not only in Almaty, in other cities as well, but let's talk about here, that help us to understand that. And we're often asked to write that kind of report for a developer, for an investor, someone who's thinking about starting to build something on that piece of land. I said that we're consultants and brokers. Broker is a term I'm sure you know as well. You can call it, I suppose, agent, middleman, whatever. Brokers, yeah, we get involved in transactions. So we bring people together. People come to us who have money to buy, and people come to us who want to sell. I don't normally get involved in small transactions like apartments and houses. I'm normally involved in much bigger things like office buildings, hotels, airports. When people talk about property here, again, a lot of people just think about residential, apartments, houses. That's only one small part of our activity. We cover office buildings, commercial buildings, shopping centres, as I said, hotels, airports, educational buildings, health buildings, almost everything. Everyone's my potential client because we all use property every single day. So it makes it an interesting and fun industry to work in. I'm here today to talk about leadership, so I'm really going to talk about my personal story. I'm not an expert on leadership, but I have my own views, ideas, and I develop my leadership skills in my own specific way, as everyone else has in business as well. Leadership is not only about your own company, your own business. I also believe in leadership in public. But what I'm saying is, get involved. As a leader, leaders get involved in things. True leaders lead from the front, and they're not quiet, and they don't spectate. I started the American Chamber of Commerce with a few other people. I started the European Business Association with other people. Pioneer. Leaders pioneer. They start things. They develop things. They start things which never happened before. They come up with new ideas. They do things differently. They're alternative. And they've got energy, and they've got fire, and they've got passion. And that's what you need to have if you want to be a true leader. I don't like the words staff or employees, to be honest with you, in English, and I don't really use them. So for me, everyone is a colleague. I meet with everyone. I don't just meet with the senior managers in my company. I meet with all kinds of different people. I sit down and speak to people. I go to lunch with different people, different levels. If you want to compare the way I think and what I think philosophy I follow, it's something like Richard Branson. I followed him quite closely. I like his style. I like that open, democratic, fun. The fun factor is very, very important for me in business as well. So for me, business was an extension of sport. I grew up playing lots of sports at school, and then when I got into business, it seemed to me that a lot of the same things applied. So let's just do it the way I play sport. Let's be tough. Let's be competitive. Let's be confident. Let's believe in yourself. Let's do it with passion. Let's win. And that's what I do. My leadership style, I call NX Win. Example, energy, winner style. I do like ambitious people, competitors, problem solvers. People used to come to me in the early days with problems. They said, Roger, got a terrible problem. How do I solve this? They soon learn that you don't come to me with a problem. You come to me with a solution. I like P's, PPP. Some people think that's public-private partnership. I don't have that one. I have another group of P's. So, as I've already said, the P for me, being positive all the time. If you're positive, you come up with solutions. You don't just come up with problems. Power. Power, I mean energy. I mean, if you're going to do something, do it. I don't have any number between 0 and 100. I either do something properly, or I don't do anything at all. Persuasion, you think sell. I don't need to sell. I'm not going to become a salesperson. I'm an engineer. I'm a PhD in biochemistry. What was sell? That's a horrible word. Why should I? Well, selling is involved in everything, everywhere. And the obvious one is interviews. The obvious one is interviews. And it doesn't matter how smart you are, how many degrees you have, but you've applied for a job, which is a very high-level job. Do you think you'll be the only candidate applying for that job? Do you think you'll be the only one? No, you won't, will you? This world isn't like that. There's 6 other candidates. There's 10 other candidates. There's 20 other candidates. So you are in a selling situation, because they've also got the same degrees as you. Sometimes there's very little between you and someone else with similar background, experience, education, etc. You are in a selling situation, so you do need to sell. You may not like that word, but you are in a selling situation, so you do need to be persuasive. You do need to learn to be persuasive, to persuade people that you are the one. P for principle, we do the right thing. So we follow all the rules and regulations which are written down, but we also follow things which we think are right in terms of ethically, morally, what's right, the right thing to do, the proper thing to do in each situation. I'd like to talk about leadership in terms of the financial crisis, because I think it's interesting. This was an amazing financial crisis, and to be honest with you, as you probably know, it still has, there are still a lot of after effects of this, actually, particularly in Kazakhstan. But I mean, generally, there are people still suffering, and there are still problems and consequences being dealt with from the financial crisis today. But in this period, back in 08, 09, we didn't fire anyone. We didn't reduce the working week by 1 day or 2 days, as some companies did. We didn't reduce anyone's salaries. We didn't reduce their commissions, bonuses. We didn't take any credit. My company has never had any credit. Never. And we never will. We have no loans. We work on cash flow and profitability. We didn't take a smaller office. We didn't cancel the New Year party. And I have to tell you, I'm very proud of this as a leader, that you can come through a financial crisis and not do the things that a lot of companies had to do. And of all the things that I'm proud of being a manager and a leader in my company, this is one of the things I'm the most proud of. Because we take care of people. People were important, are important to us. And this is the last thing that we wanted to do, was to destroy our team. And that's why there's a lot of loyalty in my company. There's a lot of people who've been with me for several years, because they remember that. And they knew it got tough. They knew that there were days, we had tough days. We had nothing in the bank account. Salaries were coming up at the end of the month. Buying toilet rolls for the bathroom was tough. No soap. But we didn't do that. That's some leadership.